Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Yesterday I received my 6 scale JazZinc Diorama 1995 Batman Forever Ultimate DX Batmobile. And I just finished my shift at work, so I thought I would post a video talking about my initial thoughts on it, which are very positive. Below is the box that it came in. And I don't know, I apologize, I don't know which one of the fans designs this for Yost and his team. But the boxes that these Batmobiles come in look great. And they consistently look great. Everyone that's been designed over the last 2 years. Mine arrived in great condition. It had corner protectors, and it was double boxed. And the box, to me, isn't a huge deal. But it's nice to know that it was well taken care of. It was shipped last week from the Netherlands and arrived in Southern California in 6 days. And next to the Batmobile, I have the Hot Toys Batman and Robin from Batman Forever. They were released about a year ago and still available at most retail places. Actually, I think Sideshow's starting to give discounts on them, or on shipping at least. If you guys keep your eyes peeled. Sideshow Collectibles. And here is the Batmobile. I spent several minutes inspecting it. I haven't seen any kind of flaws on the outside at all. The paint job is very nice. It's not molded in black. It's actually painted. And the only flaw I have seen is on the inside, on a silver round piece above the headrests. That I saw a bunch of posts online about it already. It seems like that's going to be an issue on pretty much every single Batmobile. It's not a big deal at all for me because I'm going to keep mine displayed with the canopy closed like it is now. But I know it'll be an issue for some people. I know we do pay a lot of money for these, but again, to me, it's the inside. It's very small, and it's not a deal breaker at all for me. I'm just glad to be able to get this and add it to the collection. You guys can tell I'm a huge Batman fan already, and I hope Yost and his team keep producing these different Batmobiles and Batman vehicles for the foreseeable future, although I'm going to need some more cases. Later in the video, I'll open the canopy, but you can see inside there's light up features as well. I'm sorry about the glare, but the canopy is transparent, which is cool. It's supposed to fit 2 figures inside, but the suits on these Hot Toys are extremely limited in articulation. I do museum poses anyway, but these pretty much need museum poses because you can't really move them much. And I don't want to damage the suits by trying to seat them inside. But you could put 2 normal 6 scale figures inside, and they look like they should fit just fine. If you have any questions about the Batmobile or anything else, feel free to comment below. It didn't come with too many accessories. It came with a power adapter to plug in for the lights. And it came with this magnetic tool to help open the canopy. And the only installation part is these 3 rear fins. The right side, the left side, which are both marked if you look closely, and then the center fin. And to install that, make sure you open the canopy first, or you could cause damage to the vehicle. It came with 2 sets of instructions as well, so I suggest reading them first. The main points are, again, to open the canopy before installing the center fin. And then the other big part that I saw was if you're going to roll the vehicle forward or back, to make sure that the tires are pretty straight. If they're at an angle, they could rub the wheel well and cause some damage. You can see there's not much room between the tire, the outside of the tire, and the wheel well. But if you do move it, the center Batmobile symbol doesn't move, just like in the movie, which is pretty cool. And there's no remote with this Batmobile. Some of the previous ones came with a remote for different lighting setups. This one, all the lights turn on when you plug it in. And it's pretty straightforward, pretty simple, and I like it quite a bit. I am very happy again with the Batmobile. I don't have any issues with it. The canopy is a little difficult to open. I've only opened it once, but that's not something I'm gonna really, to me, it's not a play feature. This is something just to display. So I don't really see myself opening it much at all. I'll show some different angles. It scales really nicely with the 6 scale Hot Toys from the same movie. My opinion, the movie wasn't great. I think I was in junior high when it came out in '95. So I've got fond memories watching it, but again, especially compared to some of the more recent Batman movies. I was able to meet Val Kilmer a couple years ago and get my picture with him. He seemed like a pretty nice guy. I feel bad for his health conditions right now. There's no rear lights. There's headlights, but there's no rear lights or exhaust light on this vehicle. And if you notice all the Batarangs on my desk, those are all from Icon Collectibles. They're pretty heavy. They're all made out of metal and come with the display stands. These are the ones they've released so far. The only one that's not from that company is the 2022 Batarang, and that's actually from Paragon FX Studios. And that one's just as nice as all the rest of these. I had an extra display base because when Sideshow sent out my Justice League Batarang, I think I said Batmobile a few minutes ago, these are all my Batarangs. When they sent my Justice League Batarang, it was empty. All it was the display base. So they were good. Sideshows, I've had good luck with their customer service over the last 15 years since I've been collecting. I've only needed to contact them a couple times. But they sent me a new Batarang out, and then I used the base for this 2022 Batarang, which worked out pretty good. I'm happy with that. So this is my desk, and I plan on putting it in this empty space on the right side where the third-party Two-Face figure's at. It's probably going to be its forever home. These are ModuSpace DF120s. If anybody's curious, they're about 48 inches wide and about 2 feet tall and 2 feet deep, and give or take an inch or two. So far, all my 6 scale Batman vehicles fit inside, and hopefully it stays that way. I can't imagine any of these being longer than 48 inches. And the lighting is daisy chained together, so it's basically open between the two cases. So if a vehicle is a little bit bigger, I can probably just push it into the next case for a little bit. The three vehicles from the Dark Knight trilogy are from Hot Toys, as well as the motorcycle from the Batman 2022. But everything else, all the other vehicles here, are from JazZinc Diorama. You can check out their website, JazzincDiorama.com. And I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but I bought every 6 scale Batman vehicle that they've released so far. They are officially licensed. And I feel like each release, the quality is better and better. Some of these were more popular than others and got more support, and the owner of the company was able to include more features. This one's a little bit basic, but I am completely fine with that. I really don't to me, it's kind of just a gimmick. It's cool to be able to have different lighting setups or a remote to use the lighting, but it's not something I use anyway. These are pretty much just for display, and I usually don't even display them with the lights on. Yost has mentioned that just under 500 of these were made. I should say less than 500. I don't know if it was just under 500. And that's the reason that there's only one version and it's a little bit basic, but I think the vehicle speaks for itself. I think it's awesome. The design's different and wacky and 90s out. But this is a good representation of that. It's pretty darn accurate from what I could tell. I know that's what the company shoots for. I'll do a quick turnaround of my room, and then I'll try to open the canopy with one hand while I'm videoing this. These cases on the right side are ModuSpace also. They're DF30s. So they're the same dimensions as the DF120s. They're just half as wide. Oh, and half as deep also. So I have a bookcase of pretty much all graphic novels. A couple quarter scales with a custom quarter scale hot toy figures with custom Joker head sculpt. That is from Mishi Customs. You can find them on Instagram or Facebook. They make 6-scale and quarter scale custom Batman figures. This wall has more DF30s with life-size props. And above it is a JazInc 1989 Batwing. If you've seen some of my other videos, then you would see that for the first couple weeks, I hung this with metal wires from my ceiling, and I got a lot of flack for it, probably understandably. So now I got a Stronghold Displays arm to display it, and it turned out really good. It was a little pricey, but I think it helps elevate this already awesome piece. This is probably my favorite piece in my whole room. So shout out to Stronghold Displays. You can find them on Facebook as well. They made this display arm or mount just for this Batwing specifically, and you could put it at a bunch of different angles. Turned out really good, and it looks way better than having it hang from wires in the ceiling. And then turning around more, this is a unlicensed Val Kilmer Batman Forever cowl, and a couple Legos and Funkos. These are from the Funko Drop program. They're already pretty rare. They were just released recently. I never thought they'd revisit the Dark Knight trilogy in Funko form, so I'm glad they did. I missed out on the initial run. But if you have any questions about anything in the room, any of the cases, or the other JazInc items, feel free to comment below. I'm usually pretty quick at responding. And then back to the 95 Batmobile. Okay, so I'm going to try to open the canopy and show the inside with one hand. And I will be right back. So the trick is to use the magnetic attachment on the very front part of the canopy, and then I use another hand to help bolster it and slide it forward. So this is the part, and it shows it in the instructions to attach to help lift the canopy up. And there is like a felt material on here to protect the paint job. It seems like it should work fine. But again, I'm not going to move this around too much. Here is the scratch on the silver part. And it kind of looks big, but again, to me, I'm never ever going to display it with the canopy open. But I know some people will, and to some people it's a big deal, so I wanted to be honest and throw it out there at least. And I saw in another review somebody was complaining about visible wires in the back. You can see it while standing at the back of the Batmobile, but again, to me, that's not a big deal at all. It's not at all a deal breaker. The steering wheel turns, and this gear goes up and down, the shifter. And you can see again, there's plenty of light up features inside. The lighting alone on this thing is awesome. It looks really good. So that's my my initial thoughts on this. Again, feel free to hit me up with any questions, comments. If you don't like it, Feel free to comment that below too. I know it's not for everybody, but again, I'm very happy with it. So a huge shout out to Yoast. And again, you can contact them at JazzincDiorama.com. Okay, hopefully everybody's doing good. If you see something else in here you would like a review on, please feel free to hit me up. Okay, take it easy. Be safe.